Hello boys and girls, here's Mrs. John and I'm doing yoga. This is a butterfly pose. Would you like to practice it with me? Sitting on your bottoms, soles of your feet together, and let's take hold of your feet. And let's flutter our wings like a butterfly. Oh, well done. And this is our practice for later. So I think we're ready to begin our class. And we usually start the same way, by sitting on our bottoms, legs crossed, hands together next to our heart. And after 3, we're going to say a secret yoga code word, which is Namaste. 1, 2, 3, Namaste. Hello everyone, and let's find out what story we're going to do today. What sort of adventure is waiting for us? Show me your fingers and let's wiggle them. Magic fingers, magic fingers, magic fingers, wiggle away. Look, we're going to do a story. I'm sure you know this story. This is the story of the very hungry caterpillar. But we're going to do it with some fun bits. And this is the story written by Eric Carle. So let's begin by standing up tall in the light of the full moon. Let's do our full moon pose. Jump your feet wide, arms wide. This is our moon pose. A little egg is lying on a leaf. Let's do our little egg pose. Sitting on our knees, we fold forwards. And then on Sunday morning, the sun comes up and our little egg pops. Let's do a little pop. Sitting on our tippy toes. After 3, we're going to pop in the air. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, pop! Well done. And out comes a very hungry caterpillar. On your tummies, everyone. Hands under the shoulders and let's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And he says, oh, I'm so hungry. I wish I could have something to eat. And then he rolls back to sleep. He falls back to sleep in his leaf. Sitting on our knees, we fold forward. And our caterpillar falls back to sleep. On Monday, the sun comes up again. And our very little and very hungry caterpillar wiggles out of his leaf. On your tummies, everyone. Hands under the shoulders and let's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, I'm so hungry. I wish I could have something to eat. And here comes a very happy dog. Let's do our dog pose. Coming onto our fours. We tuck our toes and we lift our hips up. Woof, woof, like a little dog. Woof, woof, woof. And the dog gives our caterpillar 1 apple. After thanking the dog, the caterpillar sits down with legs wide, leans forward and eats his apple. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. And then he rubs his tummy and pats his head at the same time. That was tasty. Oh, but our caterpillar is still hungry. So he wiggles back onto his leaf. On our knees, everybody. We fold forward and the caterpillar falls back to sleep again. On Tuesday morning, the sun comes up again. Sit up, everyone. And the very hungry caterpillar wiggles out of his leaf. On your tummy, everyone, let's wiggle. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Well done. Oh, I'm so hungry. I wish I could have something to eat. And here comes, a horse. Let's do our horse pose. And onto our knees, on the one knee, hands together in front of our heart. And let's grow our arms up, 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 and rock like a horse. Rock, rock. And the horse gives the very hungry caterpillar 2 pears. And after thanking the horse, caterpillar sits down in a butterfly pose. Sitting on our bottoms, soles of our feet together, and let's take hold of our feet and let's flutter our wings. This is our practice for later. So the hungry caterpillar leans forward and eats his 2 pears. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. And then sits up and rubs his tummy and pats his head at the same time. Oh, that was tasty. Oh, I wish I could have something to eat. Oh, caterpillar is still hungry. So he wiggles back onto his leaf and falls back to sleep. On our knees, everyone. And let's fold. And the caterpillar falls back to sleep. On Wednesday morning, the sun comes up again. Sit up, everyone. And our little caterpillar wiggles out of his leaf again. Let's wiggle out of the leaf. Oh, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, I'm so hungry. I wish I could have something to eat. And here comes a cat. Let's do our cat pose. On your fours, everyone. And let's do the cat pose. Meow. Meow. And this very friendly cat gives our very hungry caterpillar 3 plums. So after thanking the cat, caterpillar sits down with legs in front, legs out in front, and eats his 3 pears. Let's lean forward and eat 3 plums. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Then he sits up and rubs his tummy and pats his head at the same time, saying, "Ooh, that was tasty." But our caterpillar is still hungry. Oh, so he rolls back to sleep. He wiggles onto his leaf and falls back to sleep. On Thursday, the sun comes up again, and our little caterpillar wiggles out of his leaf. On your tummies, everyone, hands under the shoulders, and let's wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oh, I'm so hungry. I wish I could have something to eat. And here comes a camel. Let's do our camel pose. Sit up tall on your knees. Stand up tall. We tuck our toes and we bring our hands to our hips. We roll our shoulders back and lift and look up. And the camel blows a raspberry. And gives our very little and very hungry caterpillar 4 oranges. So after thinking, the camel caterpillar sits down in his turtle pose. Let's do our turtle pose. Sitting on our bottoms, legs bent, and we are going to put our hands in the middle and let's wiggle them out and out. This is our turtle pose, and this is like turtle's flippers. So the very hungry caterpillar eats his 4 oranges. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Then he sits up again with legs crossed and rubs his tummy and pats his head at the same time, saying, "Oh, that was tasty, but I'm still hungry." Uh-oh. So he goes back onto his leaf. On our knees, everyone. And let's fold forwards. And the caterpillar falls back asleep. He falls back to sleep, but then next morning, it's Friday morning. The sun comes up again, and the hungry caterpillar wiggles out of his leaf. Let's coming onto our tummies, everyone. Hands under the shoulders, and let's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Well done. And he says, "Oh, I'm so hungry. I wish I could have something to eat." Here comes a dinosaur. Oh, let's do our dinosaur pose. Coming up to stand. Legs wide. We bend forward and take hold of our ankles. And let's clump like a dinosaur. Clump, clump, roar. Clump, clump, roar. And the dinosaur gives our very hungry caterpillar 5 strawberries. So after thanking the dinosaur, caterpillar sits down. In a boat pose, let's do our boat pose. Sitting on our bottoms, knees, legs bent, feet flat. We lift 1 leg up, 2 legs up, and then 1 hand, no hand. Oh, well done. Give me a wave. Yeah. And now, hungry caterpillar eats his 5 strawberries. Yum, yum, yum. 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 And then he sits up and rubs his tummy with one hand and pats his head at the same time. But our caterpillar is still hungry. So he goes back onto his leaf and falls back to sleep. On Saturday, the sun comes up again and the caterpillar wiggles out of his leaf. On our tummies, everyone, hands under the shoulders, and let's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And the caterpillar says, "Oh, I'm so hungry. I wish I could have something to eat." So here comes a lion. Let's do our lion pose. Sitting on our knees, everyone. And the lion gives the very hungry caterpillar a big roar. After 3, let's do a big roar. 1, 2, 3. Ah! And the lion gives our hungry caterpillar lots and lots of food. So the caterpillar sits down and decides to make a sandwich. Ooh, sitting on our bottoms, legs long in front of you. And we're going to butter the bread. Hands next to your middle, and let's butter, 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 butter. Then the hungry caterpillar fills his sandwich with all the yummy foods that the lion gave him. Twisting to one side for one piece of chocolate cake. Whoop. Twisting the other way for one ice cream cone. Whoop. Twisting again for one pickle. Whoop. Twisting again for one slice of Swiss cheese. Whoop. Twisting again for one slice of salami. Whoop. Twisting again for one lollipop. Whoop. Twisting again for one cherry pie. Whoop. Twisting again for one sausage. Whoop. Twisting again for one cupcake. Whoop. Twisting again for one slice of a watermelon. Whoop. And then the caterpillar puts another slice of bread on top. Hands up, and let's close our sandwich. Whoop. Then the caterpillar sits up with his legs crossed, leans all the way forwards, and he's going to eat his ginormous sandwich. Let's eat the sandwich. Gulp, 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 gulp. Oh, but after eating all that food, the hungry caterpillar doesn't feel very well. Later that night he gets a terrible tummy ache. And he rolls and rolls again in his bed, lying down, now backs Let's bring our knees up and hands, arms wide. And let's put knees on one side and look the other way. Then the caterpillar rolls the other way, lifting knees up and folding the other way. And he looks the other way. Oh, after all that tummy ache, he wakes up and decides to call a doctor. Sitting tall with our legs out, let's dial the numbers. Pick up your foot and let's dial the numbers. Bleep, 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 bleep. Ding, ding. Oh, yes, doctor. Oh, you're busy. Okay, you'll call me back. Okay, yes, thank you. That's very hungry caterpillar. Okay, thank you. Ooh. Oh, the doctor said he'll call me back. Oh, I hope it's the doctor. Let's pick up the phone. Hello. It's the doctor. Yes, it's very hungry caterpillar. I have a very terrible tummy ache. Oh, yes, I ate lots of food. Oh, okay. So I need to go back to sleep. Okay, and not to eat that much. Okay, thank you, doctor. Bye. After that, very hungry caterpillar falls back to sleep. Sitting on our knees, we fold forwards to fall back to sleep. Next morning, it's Sunday. The sun comes up again. And the very hungry caterpillar wiggles out of his leaf. On our tummies, everyone. Hands under the shoulders and let's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And he says, oh, I think today I should eat something healthy. I'm going to eat very healthy food. So he sees a very beautiful tree. Let's stand up tall, everyone. And let's bring one heel on top of the foot. Hands next to our heart. And let's grow our tree nice and tall. And let's open our branches with lots of beautiful leaves. Oh, the hungry caterpillar sees the leaves and decides to climb up the tree. Let's climb up the tree and up we go, 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 up we go. So he finds a nice beautiful leaf, bends forwards, picks up the leaf and eats it. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. And after that, he doesn't feel hungry anymore. But when he looks at himself, he's not a little caterpillar anymore. He becomes a big fat caterpillar. Let's jump our feet wide and bring our arms wide. This is our big fat caterpillar. So he decides to make himself a cocoon. Coming onto our tummies, everyone. We're going to build a cocoon. Let's bring our feet to our back and let's take hold of our feet from one side and the other side. And let's breathe in to make a beautiful cocoon for our caterpillar. So our not very hungry caterpillar anymore falls back to sleep and sleeps there for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, he nibbles his way out. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Nibble, nibble, nibble. and then he helps with his feet to leave the cocoon. Let's stand up on our fours. Let's pick our hips up and bring one foot in front of the other. And let's give it a little kick. And kick. Well done. And he comes out. And he sees that he's not a caterpillar anymore. He becomes a stunning, rainbow-colored butterfly. Sitting on our bottoms, let's do the butterfly pose. Bringing our soles together and take hold of our feet. And let's flutter our wings like a butterfly. Oh, and let's look at all the colors of our butterfly. Let's open one wing. Are you ready? After 3, we open one wing. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's very pretty. Let's have a look at the colors of the other wing. 1, 2, 3. What a beautiful butterfly. And let's do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Well done, everyone. This is our beautiful butterfly. And after such a long journey from egg and caterpillar and to a cocoon and butterfly, I think it's time to have a little rest. Let's lie down on our backs. Let's put one hand on our tummy and the other hand on our chest. Close our eyes and think of this funny story about this little hungry caterpillar. We learned a lot in this story. We learned that some food makes us happy. And when we eat some foods, our body shows us. But there are foods that makes us feel bad and gives us a tummy ache, just like the caterpillar after all that food he ate. And we should always listen to our body, because if we eat healthy food, we're going to feel good and happy. And when you're ready, let's wiggle our toes, let's wiggle our fingers and open our eyes. Let's bring our knees to our chest and wrap them around with our arms. Roll to one side and sit up. And we're going to finish the same way we start, by saying our secret yoga code word, which is Namaste. By bringing our hands next to our heart after 3. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Well done, everyone.